Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for participating in this important meeting, and we are delighted to have the opportunity to listen to Madame Rajvi, chairwoman of the National Council of Resistance of Iran. Madame Rajvi, it is a pleasure to see you here again. For many years, we have been supporting your movement for its democratic character and for the 10-point plan of Free Iran. And what is important, the PMOI has an organization and network inside Iran. Even the Iranian regime has admitted that the PMOI resistance forces played a large role during the protests and uprising that began last September. The PMOI is a nationwide movement that has paid a high price in the fight against Islamic fundamentalism, or better said, against religious fascism. As a Muslim, Madame Rajvi was a strong advocate for women's rights, including their right to choose their own clothes. Her 10-point plan, supported by many MEPs and members of the US Congress, calls for a secular republic and the abolition of the death penalty. Many of you know that Madame Rajvi's sister was killed by the Shah regime. Her second sister, pregnant at the time, was brutally tortured and executed by this regime. Not to mention the thousands executed PMOI members during the 1988 massacres. So when we talk about paying the price, Madame Rajvi is a true example and icon. I should add that at this point, more than 3,600 PMOI activists and members have been arrested and disappeared after the nationwide protest began. This is of great concern to us. Members of her movement were the only active opposition to the regime and made many sacrifices in their personal life for their dreams of free Iran. That is why we respect them very much in the European Parliament. The situation in Iran has been the subject of a number of discussions in the European Parliament over the past year. I would like to say clearly that in the case of Iran, we in the European Parliament are for a democratic and secular republic. That is why we are holding this meeting today. Not only do we need to put pressure on this regime to stop executions and repressions, but we need to impose sanctions. Any soft policy of appeasement is counterproductive and will make the Iranian regime even more aggressive. In view of the warm welcome that the President of Iranian Resistance has received today, I feel that we are moving in the right direction. Thank you.